everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Casey. I'm so excited to have you here with me today. I have a different type of video to share with you. You might not think it's beauty related, but I got a point because I think it fits. It works. I recently splurged on a relatively expensive, completely, totally unnecessary self-care gadget that in the end, I think is completely, totally, utterly necessary. It has met all of my expectations and more. And that is the Renpho Eye Massager mask. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to give you some details about this mask, as well as my thoughts and opinions and my experiences on it. So if all that sounds good to you, keep on watching. To start, I'd like to give you a little bit of background about how this mask came to be in my life. I don't remember where I first heard about it. It could have very well been an Amazon favorites video. It definitely piqued my interest, but being that it was $75, you know, it was something I had to sit on. I just had a birthday this past March. I just finally decided to go ahead and purchase it for myself, especially because they had a coupon for $15 off, which I just checked today to make my final notes for this video. They still have that $15 coupon. I see it come and go, so by the time this video is posted, if you're interested in this and that $15 coupon isn't there, maybe add it to your cart, your wish list, whatever, continue to check back on it, because I think that $15 coupon comes back now and again. So I have had this in my possession for about a month now, and I have used it every single day since I got it. I love it so much, and I can't wait to tell you about it. But first, let's get to the details about the Renpho Eye Massaging Mask. I'm not an expert on the mask. I just took what was available on the website to share here with you. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to leave them for me down below. I'll try my best to answer. Otherwise, I would refer you to the Amazon link page or the Renpho website. This is the Renpho Eye Massager mask. It retails for $75.99. It is available in black or white. When you purchase this, you get the Renpho Eye mask, of course. You get the charging cable, the instruction manual, and a bag for storage. The mask is able to fold up into itself to fit nicely in the bag, so it's great for traveling or just putting in your bedside table. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. From my understanding, Renpho has a few different models of this mask. I believe this is the latest, newest version. According to Renpho, it offers a trigger point massage with a built-in high-tech motor to maintain precise strength, oscillating compression, and rhythmic percussion. This mask will help you feel totally relaxed and help you enjoy a better sleep. The mask also has built-in heating pads which provide a comfortable temperature of 104 to 107 degrees Fahrenheit. The controlled heat is beneficial for eye strain and dry eyes. It has touch control, and it also comes with a remote control. And it runs on one lithium-ion battery, which is rechargeable. It does have an adjustable head strap here, and then the inside of the mask is lined with this soft faux leather type material that's very easy to wipe clean after you've used it. The mask has a weight of about 1.65 pounds. The mask itself is kind of bulky. The first time you put it on, you sort of feel like you're wearing one of those VR contraptions. But it's not that it's heavy, it's more so just getting used to having this foreign object covering your eyes. And lastly, the mask has built-in speakers with a pre-recorded sound, but you also have the option to connect to your Bluetooth to play your own music. I do want to note, Renpho lists a few precautions for those using this mask. It says it is not for those who have undergone eye operation, have retina conditions, cataracts, glaucoma, etc. Like I said, I'm not an expert on the mask. If you have any questions or concerns, I'm going to refer you to the brand website or to check in with your doctor. This runs in 15-minute intervals, so once you hit the on button, the 15-minute timer starts and it automatically shuts itself off after 15 minutes. And then once the mask is on, it has 5 different settings. As far as the massaging aspect of this, a lot of times when I tell people about this mask, they're really turned off by the idea of massaging the eyes. It is really more of a compression action. There's a motor in there that fills up with air and sort of compresses and works its way over your eyes. It never actually touches your eyeball. It just kind of grazes over this area to the center of your forehead and then works its way back. It does go up in intensity. Sometimes it'll completely compress all the way and come back, and sometimes it'll go in waves. It's very rhythmic. Like I said, you do have the option to turn the compression intensity up or down, but even at the highest setting, it never reaches a point where it's too intense or uncomfortable or painful. And then the percussion that happens, that one's kind of hard to explain. When I'm wearing it, I feel it mostly at the center of my forehead, and it's almost just like this pulsing, just this very light vibration that goes in this very beat-like manner. It's dun 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 dun. I have used it a few times. It is sort of relaxing because of the rhythmic sound and the rhythmic beat it has. I will say I have not yet used the remote. I set it up and sort of played around with it while the mask was off, but once the mask is on, you can't see anything. So I can't see what buttons I'm pressing. I'm sure if I used it, I'd get used to where the buttons are by just feel. But for me, the touch control is convenient enough. I haven't really messed much with remotes. As far as the Bluetooth setting with being able to set up your own music, that's also something I haven't tried myself. I'm content with the soft spa-like music they had playing. As far as charging goes, I found I need to charge it every 3 to 4 uses, which is sort of a con to me. I wish it lasted a little bit longer because there have been a few times where I've forgotten to charge it and I go to put it on at night and I'm just deeply distraught because I've come to love having this as part of my bedtime routine. As far as the claim as leaving you feeling relaxed and ready for deep sleep, that I can confirm. Like I said, this is part of my bedtime routine. I put it on and I'm usually asleep before the 15 minutes is up. I have used it a couple times during the day, especially on days when I've been doing a lot of computer work and my eyes start feeling really tight and strained. I do feel this really helps to relieve that strain and tension. There's even been a couple times, especially when I first got it, that I would put it on and within a couple of minutes, I could feel the muscles in this area, muscles that I've never felt before, spasm because they were starting to relax. So as far as the claims for eye strain, I feel this helps immensely. And not just on my eyes, sometimes I'll even pull the mask up so it's just resting on my forehead and it'll just massage this part of my forehead. Guys, it feels so good. It also claims to help with dark circles and dry eyes. That I'm still not quite certain, largely because I don't struggle with dark circles and my dry eye happens mostly when I'm at work and so I'm not able to step away. The biggest game-changing benefit though that I've seen was one that I did not expect, and that is helping with puffy eyes. Over the past few years, I've noticed that I've struggled more and more with having puffy eyelids. I notice it most when I'm doing my makeup. Some days they're so puffy that it's hard to even wear powder products, so I have to wear a cream shadow. My eyes are also very crinkly, so when they're swollen, it just doesn't look very good. It's so hard for me to explain how waking up, especially that first week when I started using it, waking up to what I saw in the mirror instead. I just stood there and was like,
oh my God.
It's kind of crazy. It blows my mind how puffy I had gotten used to my eyes being and how this was how they're supposed to look. All I can say is this does something with the lymphatic flow, with the circulation, and I wake up and I just have this smoothness, this clearness to my eyes. And I don't think I've struggled with puffy eyelids in the mornings when I'm doing my makeup since using this mask. So that is where the beauty aspect ties into this, and I felt better about sharing this with you. So with that, let's get to the pros and cons of the Renpho Eye Mask. First, the pros, even though I'm certain I've already said the majority of them, this is very relaxing. Like I said, this is part of my bedtime routine. I am deeply saddened on the nights that I have forgotten to charge it and I'm not able to have my 15-minute of eye massaging bliss at night. It's quite detrimental to my bedtime routine. I've really come to look forward to this. I don't have a terrible time falling asleep, but I am a very light sleeper. I have to wear earplugs, I have to wear an eye mask. The fact that this mask completely blacks everything out and the sound, all of your senses are annulled. You're just able to drift off into this comfy, cozy, relaxing sleep. I have used this during the day. I don't prefer it during the day because it does put me in such a relaxed state that, afterwards I just want to take a nap. But it is effective during the day. I just personally prefer to use it at night. I feel this is very helpful for tension and eye strain. There's been a lot of days where I'll leave the computer, I'll go outside, go for a walk or something, and I almost feel cross-eyed because my eyes they're so strained. And I catch myself a lot of times at night just massaging and kneading this area and just going to town because it feels so good. It's just so convenient to be able to put this on and have this take care of that for me. And of course, swollen eyes. The puffiness that I didn't even realize I was experiencing. And I know that may be a very superficial benefit. There is definitely something about waking up and just feeling good about yourself. There were a lot of days when I'd go to do my makeup with puffy lids and I'd feel very self-conscious. It would depict what sort of eye makeup I did, what sort of colors, what sort of products I used. And there's just something to be said about the confidence you feel when you feel good about the way you look. This puffiness that I was experiencing wasn't even something I was aware of. It was just my norm. I just thought that I had sensitive eyelids. And now to see the difference of it not being there is amazing.
Incredible.
Eye-opening, shocking. Like I said, that was a very unexpected benefit that I've experienced and has been one of my favorites. I don't want to tell you to go out and spend $75 on this eye mask if you're experiencing swelling. What I'm saying is that if you're interested in this product and you're wondering if it helps with puffy, swollen lids, it has helped with mine. Let's get to the cons, because while I love this eye mask, I'm making a whole YouTube video on it, it does have some cons. And with the cons, I got really nitpicky. I want to share everything that could be improved. I don't want to leave out any detail in case it's a deal breaker for you. So some of these might be not that big of a deal. The first one being one that I already mentioned. It doesn't seem to have a very long charge. I have to plug it in and let it recharge every 3 to 4 uses. You know, it's really not that big of a deal. You just have to remember to plug it in the next morning to charge it back up. The second con, and this is what I mean by being really, really nitpicky, this may not be an issue for some people, but I've noticed for me, the head strap is adjustable, but I think it just might be the shape of my head. I got fitted for a mask at work a while back and my face was too big for the adult size, and even the child size was a little bit ill-fitting. So I have a small head. I have a small face. What can I say?
I got a tiny head?
So this one might be a me problem, but I've noticed it takes a little bit for me to adjust it just right so it sits comfortably on my face, and even then, it doesn't seem to fit quite perfect. I don't know what it needs to be done for it to fit. I've tightened the head strap, I've loosened the head strap, I've done it all. It's just the way it lays across my face doesn't seem to quite fit. It's almost like this portion has to be a little bit smaller for me personally. However, with that being said, it's not bad. It's not necessarily uncomfortable. It still works. I still get all the benefits from all the features. I'm just being real nitpicky. The third con is when you are wearing this, you can't see anything. For me, it's not a con because I need that. I need to have complete darkness for me to be able to relax. However, like I said, with the remote control, I can't see the remote control with this on. So to me, the remote control is sort of useless. And it's also partly why I haven't explored the Bluetooth to have my own sound, because I don't want to be messing with my phone. So just thought that would be appropriate to mention here as a con. However, it could also be a pro. You can't see anything when you're wearing the mask. Next con is the touch buttons are very, very sensitive. I oftentimes like to put my hands above my head, and if my finger dare grazes those touch buttons, it changes the setting. They're super, super sensitive. And so I'll have to press and run through all of the modes again to get back to where I was. I love having this feature here. I think it's very convenient. I just wish the buttons were actual press buttons. I think that would remedy the issue here. The next con, I wish this ran for a little bit longer than 15 minutes. 15 minutes seems to be not quite enough. There's been many nights where it completes a cycle and I'm just in that pre-sleep phase where you're just really comfortable and you're just starting to drift, and then it turns off. Not a big deal, I'll just turn it back on again, but it would just be really convenient. You had the option to set the timer for however long you wanted. I would love that, especially if you're someone who has a harder time falling asleep at night. It seems like 15 minutes is just not quite enough. Lastly, and this I think may be the biggest con and maybe a deal breaker for some of you, this is kind of loud. I wasn't expecting sound to the percussion and the compression action, but there's definitely some sound. And the sound I'm talking about is only audible when you're wearing it. I'll try to set my camera or my mic up next to it while it's running. Hopefully we can pick up some of the sounds so you can understand what I'm talking about. Because like I said, I feel this may be a deal breaker for some people, especially if you are sensitive to sound. I've since gotten used to it, and actually I really like it because like I said, I like my senses to be dulled, so actually having this noise around me kind of turns off my mind. However, specifically the percussion is sometimes a bit much for me to listen to at night because it almost sounds like you're at a rave because it goes The first time that I wore it, I was wearing it in front of my friend, and I thought for sure she could hear what I was hearing. So I'm like dancing to the beat, and I'm like,
oh, it's like I'm at a party.
It's dark, you've got this beat going, and she had no idea what I was talking about because she couldn't hear a thing. And then she put it on and was like, oh, that's what you mean. There's a certain rhythmic beat to it that I think could be disruptive, especially given the purpose is relaxation. That to me, I feel would be the biggest con. For me personally, like I said, it's kind of grown to be a pro because I like that it makes it so I can't hear anything else. And again, it's almost like that like percussive beat sound is part of the experience for me. It helps me relax. I've come to like it. It doesn't bother me. And that's coming from someone who's a very light sleeper. I personally felt very intrigued by this mask because I do experience a lot of eye strain. I have dry eyes, and of course, the puffiness. That was a very, very unexpected benefit for me. I got it more so for the eye strain, the relaxation. Now, a month later, seeing the visual difference, it still blows my mind. Before I was doing my own massage, I was using my heating pad. Sure, I had all the things to do it, but there's just something about the simplicity of being able to put this on and have it do the work for me. I personally am willing to pay the price for that experience. And like I said in the intro, this lived up to all of my expectations. I'm so happy I splurged on it. And I'm gonna tell you right now that if anything were to happen to this, if I were to get robbed and all they took was my Renpho eye mask, I would definitely repurchase it. I would even pay the full $75 for it because it's been so worth it for me anyway. So I don't want to come straight out and say that you need this. That's not the point of this video. My point is to share something with you that I'm very excited about and the benefits that I've seen with it, so that in the event that it's something that you have been looking at or now upon seeing it you're interested in, this is what I've seen through my experiences, and hopefully that'll help you know whether or not you think this purchase is good for you. Because even though I think it's great, it's still an expensive product. And my goal is always just to provide you with as much information as I can through my own experience, through my own research, to better help you make the best purchasing decisions for yourself.